They say addiction's a disease. It's not a choice. Fuck that shit. Unlearn that bullshit.
Addiction is a biopsychosocial disorder that is categorized by the compulsive use of substances despite negative consequences. Those are the two identifying factors. Now, a compulsion is something that feels like you have no choice to partake in. That's what it feels like. I'm not someone who believes in this whole, oh, I have no choice type bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. And it's a lack of responsibility and accountability. But the objective truth is substance use disorder is a disorder. It's a compulsive disorder, and it's important to acknowledge it as such. Now, like, when it comes to people wanting to, in their own life, say that it's a choice, I have no issue with that. Do whatever you want for your recovery, but when you start projecting that out there and it goes against objective fact, that's what I have an issue with. On the other end of the coin, I think it's just as fucked up for people to say, hey, you have a disease that's uncurable and you're always going to be suffering. Like, that's bullshit as well. The truth is, the people that are saying addiction is a choice are really just misunderstanding that substance use is a choice and that addiction is a potential outcome. It's not guaranteed. In fact, the majority of substance users don't have substance use disorder. Now, this dude goes on to say that basically you need to find your purpose, and I don't disagree with that, but then is also kind of passively hating on Matt, doing it in a way to where people won't like mass report him and stuff, and like I get that, but like, dude, the thing is, there's a huge missing link. You cannot find your purpose if you are unalived. A lot of people need to implement harm reduction and MAT for their recovery, for people in recovery, in order to live to see another day and potentially find their purpose. You're never going to find your purpose if you're in a state of compulsive use and then you have someone telling you, you need to find your purpose, but the steps that you need to take to get to that place are medications, MAT, therapy, other stuff like that. So there's just a huge missing link here. And look, I'm not saying any of this to be hateful or anything like that. It's just as a responsible recovery advocate who is aware of every single option out there, I have to speak on this. It's my responsibility to speak on this. I am in the field of recovery. I'm also in the treatment industry, and this is something that's extremely serious. It's extremely serious. We don't need to invalidate any pathways, even if it's passively. It's dangerous, and if you're not informed on how to advocate, not just based on your lived experience, that is dangerous. It's what I did, so I know for the first 5 years of my recovery, I was like, well, this is what works for me. This is how I think about it. And that was harmful. I needed to learn more and deprogram from a lot of stuff so I could responsibly advocate.